Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a max effort upper day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, it would be greatly appreciated. Alright, we had a good day. I've gone into a bit of a calorie deficit, but no problems yet. So, we did 315 on the first floor press, felt real easy. I'm like, well, let's go for a good PR. I think about 350 is about right. Based upon my last close grip bench, everything else, I'm like, let's do it. Got in and did it. Got in and did it. You know what I think is funny though, is get clowns who are like, Blaha's cut for whatever years. I'm like, I was shredded for my last meet. I don't know why people think I'm cutting all the time. I'm clearly bulking right now. Right? Clearly bulking up until yesterday. So just save the stupidity, people. It makes you look stupid when you see a guy bulk and cut back and forth who's a weight class athlete, and to say, oh, they're 12-year cut. Like, it's just stupid. Like, you have to be borderline mentally handicapped to even make the statement. But yeah, we've been bulking. Now it's time to trim down, start getting ready to make weight for Worlds. All right, you got to make weight for Worlds. I'm real happy with the way the pressing strength has come along, right? And as long as the deadlift goes good, the pressing strength returning, now that I've completely healed my shoulder, went back to close grip, I feel like a world record total is not out of reach, right? I feel like right now the squat feels like it, the bench feels like it, deadlift doesn't. You know, deadlift and total are within reach. They're within reach. So, what do we do today after that? I did feel triceps and stuff start running out of steam. It became a problem. Definitely they're cramping up. Maybe it's the food. I got a good press. I PR'd on this floor press. I went up 5 pounds. And we did 225 for 10s last week on Dynamic Day. And so we went up to 230, did 3 sets of 10. It was definitely challenging. Like, I could feel that extra 5 pounds here. Feel that extra 5 pounds. But, you know, the pressing strength's come along. Now, if anything, you know, it looked like tricep because of where the bar slowed, but I felt nothing but delt on that. The same thing on these, my delts. And I'm just like, I need to make sure those front delts are staying strong. I've been doing the upright rows, and I like to keep those in. I've gotten real strong at them. But if we're going to be honest, as far as the delt strength goes on the benching, I am thinking those plate front raises really do a lot for me. So JM floor presses, these were easy. I went up 20 pounds. I'm like, oh, these feel easy as hell. Almost not heavy enough, but I did 3 sets and I went to add weight, and 1 rep felt like all I could do. I stopped. So I didn't even put that up here, guys. You guys don't need to see me do 1 rep with 10 pounds more than I just did sets of 10 with. Be kind of silly. But all of a sudden then I ran out of strength, and I felt my triceps kind of get that fatigue cramp. You know, that fatigue kicks in. It's like, okay, maybe I did need to try that. This was enough. This was enough weight, especially after all the floor pressing. You know, but I also felt, again, that delt fatigue is there. Delt fatigue is there. So I'm like, need to do some front raises today. And so we did. So we did floor press, close grip, then we did the JM floor presses. Very tricep and delt dominant pressing here. But my triceps, I fried my triceps today. They're completely done, especially after the band work. They feel kind of like someone's just kind of beat them with a meat tenderizer. And I don't necessarily do that. I'm not always, we should just destroy muscles, but I'm feeling it. All right. Felt a little weird getting back into the groove here again on the rowing after my lats healed. I'm in no pain, but I do feel a little weak on rowing movements, right? It feels a little weak, a little detraining happening there. But we managed 5 sets of 10 on the seal row. And I think what I'm going to do, because again, the back will run out of steam, I think I want to do more rowing that doesn't use the low back, hopefully, on my lower days. Let's get the rows back up, get them back up to 20 sets a week. Okay, but we need variation. And I need to avoid the pull-ups for now. Pull-ups seem to have contributed the most to my overuse. I need to be very, very careful about it. And I think that's really the issue, is really that deep overhead stretch. And I've got to watch that because my shoulders and my joints are just not made for me to do deep overhead movements, just like we see on the plate raises. People are like, oh, did you lock your elbows? They are. That's it. I can't do anymore. Like, it's just the angles involved, just like when I overhead press, it looks like that. But with the plate raises, I feel nothing but shoulder, right? So there's no pain anywhere else. And as far as joint pain or anything else or feeling like an impingement, but I feel my delts. I feel my delts just light up on them. But it did feel good to do some rowing, and I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm probably going to do an inverted row on the lower days. It's a question of, do I want to use the axle bar or a normal bar? Because I could look at a lot of it and go, if we just do enough volume, do I even need the axle bar for grip? Is my grip even an issue? I mean, I don't know that my grip's a problem at all for the deadlift numbers I'm currently probably capable of. All right, the front raises, we managed to get 15 on every set using the 45-pound plate. And yeah, guys, this is the range of motion I can do. And I don't care. People can not like it. They can talk smack. As long as it makes my shoulders stronger, my bench increases, and I don't get hurt, I don't care. Yes, I have clients who do them all the way lock, and they can, like Michelle can. I can't do it. I can't do that with a broomstick, let alone a weight. So it doesn't matter. What I did get was one hell of a shoulder pump, and particularly felt the front and side delt. And that's really what we need. Need to bring those areas up for the benching, because that's really what I'm feeling on those floor presses. And I notice I struggle to control the very bottom of it when it gets heavy. Because notice that eccentric is harder for me to handle right at the bottom. As we load up and get those lats. Now on the bench press, of course, I can load against the lats when I do that like a spring. The floor press, you can't really do that, so I don't have the lats to help. So, again, a little more delt, because what gets you out of the bottom of a bench? Your front delts, right? That's what gets the weight on the first inch or two. Now, granted, I use a lot of lat because I can press them. And I'm still shocked. I feel like I've had to make statuses on that, and people don't understand the role of lats on a bench. And no matter how much you try to explain it, even guys with a biomechanics background, they don't get it because they're not understanding what you're saying. They're thinking the muscle contracting and moving it as a primary mover, and no, it's not necessary. Just like with a knee wrap, the knee wrap doesn't have to have any muscle fibers in it that contract. It's not necessary for a knee wrap to do that for it to increase your max. It creates external tension, not internal inside the muscle. Lats are the same way. So, but once I load against those, it's a little different. It's a little bit different. I can control that, but it is a point of concern muscularly. So, a little more front delt work might not hurt. Work it back in. And I don't want to throw the upright rows out completely because I like them, but they do get harder to recover from. The front raises do what I want, and especially if I'm doing all this rowing, the rest of the delt will get hit. I'd probably do some band work. So I might want to concentrate on the front raises a little bit more. All right, triceps were like, what are you doing to us? We got 32 plus reps on every set with this, but it fried my triceps after those JM presses. They're just like, oh my God. They felt destroyed. And I'm looking pretty thick though. See how we look as we trim the body fat down and do the water cut. I have a feeling I'm going to look a lot thicker coming for this next meet. We've really put some muscle on in the right places. So, the band press downs though, again, lit my triceps up. And they get the job done. They work. They do what we want to do. I've done a lot of videos explaining why we do them and what they do. So I managed to get over 40 reps on the last set when I just took it all the way out, which tells me even though I got a hell of a pump with these other sets, I had more in the tank. So maybe I need to push them a little harder with these bands, or soon I'm going to need to upgrade to higher bands again. But very, very happy with today's session. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.